all of us have spoken. So it's basically all non-doctors have spoken, and we thought we'll get in a doctor, to sort of talk about this, get the other side, of the debate as well. It's important because what we've been talking about is what we've perceived, and a lot of that perception could be through personal experiences, it could be through the media. So why don't we get in a doctor now to speak about his experiences? So I'll get in Dr. Kundan Chaurasia, who's a well-known doctor in a very large private hospital in Kolkata. So Kundan, I'll just join you to this call. Hi Kundan. Hi, how are you doing?
Hello guys.
Hey, hi. Thank you so much for joining this debate. So I believe you've heard all of us talk about it.
Yes.
Clearly you understand it better, what constitutes medical negligence, and you face, I believe, the patients every day. So I believe you face sometimes the wrath of patients as well. We would love to hear your views here. Please go on.
Negligence is a grossly misunderstood term.
Okay.
And people use it everywhere. I would like to tell you what that the doctor did not perform the duty. Now, what is that duty? That duty is the doctor has to take the business of the patient. That means the doctor has what the person has to.
Unable to hear you. Can you keep the phone a little closer to you? Yeah.
Okay. Is it better now?
Much better. Much better. Yes.
So, duty means that I have to examine the patient, I have to take the history from the patient, I have to listen from the patient, what the complaints are. Next, I have to do a thorough physical examination. Then I have to reach a provisional diagnosis.
Alright.
That is not the final diagnosis, that's a provisional diagnosis.
Okay.
That provisional diagnosis, I will ask for some investigation. The aim of those investigations will be to confirm my provisional diagnosis and to rule out other possibilities.
Okay.
And on the basis of provisional diagnosis, I will start my treatment, and when the reports will come, then I will have to modify them.
Sure.
During all this, I have to maintain proper records, and I have to keep everything secret.
Sure.
Okay. So this is my duty.
Right. If you fail to perform, then yeah.
Negligence means that there was some problem among these cases, any of these.
Okay.
And it doesn't stop at that. There was a dereliction. Number two, that lead to some harm to the patient.
Alright.
Okay, so there has to be a connection between some act of commission or omission on the part of the doctor that leads to harm to the patient.
Right. Right.
This will be a connection. I just give you an example that I wrote you an injection. Just giving an example. I was supposed to administer an injection to the patient on bed number 3, and I give that injection to the patient on bed number 2.
Alright. Okay.
So that's a gross mess up.
Sure.
But if the patient number 2 doesn't develop any problem because of that injection, then there is no negligence.
Okay. So that's how it's defined under your practices and the code of
conduct. That is what
conduct.
negligence is. Negligence means that the doctor did something or did not do something due to which the patient developed some problem.
Okay. Okay. So what about wrong diagnosis? It's a very wide-ranging term, I know, and at some levels I do understand that wrong diagnosis should not be.
There is something known as retrograde knowledge.
Okay.
Once you have got the results, and just giving an example, a patient is dead, and then you go for an autopsy or a postmortem examination, and you find out that this was the cause of death.
Sure.
And then if you start finding that 5 days back, the doctor did not treat the patient for this cause of death. then that's absence.
Okay.
Because 5 days back, the doctor did not have that information.
Absolutely. Understood. Yes.
Postmortem result came after the patient was cut open.
Right.
5 days earlier, all I had were indirect clues, patient's problems, words from the patient's mouth, and findings on examinations and investigation. So retrograde wisdom is the thing that creates this problem of wrong diagnosis. A doctor cannot be held negligent for making a wrong diagnosis.
What about cases where say I've developed some external symptoms. I go to you, and you mention that okay, fine, let's conduct these.
Responsible for a wrong diagnosis. A doctor cannot be held responsible for the side effects of the treatment. A doctor cannot be held responsible for failure of the treatment.
Okay.
The doctor is held responsible if the doctor doesn't follow the protocol.
Yeah.
What protocol? Listen to the patient, examine the patient thoroughly, make a provisional diagnosis, write investigations, start the treatment, document everything, and maintain fitness. If there is any deficiency in these things, then this deficiency has led to harm to the patient, then only negligence stands some ground. Then only you can say that the doctor has been negligent.
I have a question there. Sorry to interrupt. So let's say I come to you and with some symptoms, you administer, let's say, 4 tests, and those 4 tests come out negative. You don't pick up anything, and then I say okay, fine, this doctor is not able to diagnose me properly. Let me go to another doctor. That doctor prescribes another set of tests, and one of those tests comes out as positive, and in between, while I go from you to that person, some untoward, I mean not death really, but let's say my arm has to be amputated, let's say, and that's a disability, right? So will that constitute as negligence on the part of the first doctor? I think the screen has got frozen. Kundan, can you hear me? Hello? Yes. But the screen seems to be frozen. Let me add you back. 1 second. Let me add you back. Sorry guys, I think we had to, there's some network issue. Let me add Kundan back. There seems to be, yeah. Yes, he's back live. Just give me 1 moment, please. Hey Kundan, sorry, we got disconnected, some issue. So you heard my question, right? I mean, if my arm has to be amputated because you did not administer those remaining set of tests, so is that negligence? Can't hear you. Keep it close.
Hello, am I audible now?
Yes, you are audible now.
We have whether the first follow the or it shows more tests.
No, can't hear you.
Hello.
Yes, much better.
If the first doctor did not follow or don't put and put
Can't hear you. I can't hear you. I don't know about others. I can't hear you at all. Is it possible? Yeah, when you go far, go a little far, maybe. Just keep it a little. Yeah. Now speak, please. Slightly better, but maybe you can be louder. I don't know whether you can be loud in a hospital. I believe you're in the hospital, right? I believe you're in the hospital. Yes. Yeah, I can hear you now. Go ahead.
Just a moment. Hello.
Yes. Yes.
So we will have to see whether the protocols were followed or not.
Okay. Okay.
If you come with a certain set of problems and I examine you and I note down my findings that these are the things which are wrong in your body, and on the basis of those problems I am writing you some tests.
Right.
If there is no connection between your problems and my investigations, then you can hold me negligent.
Okay.
Now, there is one more thing. First doctor has written some tests. Second doctor has got the information that these tests did not yield any result.
Yes.
So that doctor will be doing some other investigation. So that way, the next doctor has more information about the patient that these things are negative. Even a negative report has a value.
Sure. That's a fair point. I think that's something a lot of us are not sensitive to. I mean, we believe we've done 5 tests, and if nothing comes up, that's a waste. And that's a fair point on your part. Yes.
And some diagnoses are clinical.
Sure.
Many times, for example, if a patient has developed a paralysis of half of the body, then that diagnosis is clinical. We will call it a case of hemiparesis.
Okay.
If you have, that is paralysis of one half of the body.
Okay.
That will be a clinical diagnosis. In case you have a thyroid related problem, there is no way to make clinical diagnosis. I can make a diagnosis of thyroid only when I have.
All right. Okay.
Similarly for malaria, if you are suffering from malaria, I cannot make a diagnosis of malaria on the basis of clinical examination. I have to ask for test. So if you have come with fever, if you are living in a place like Kolkata and you are coming with 1-day fever, then it's my duty to ask you to go for test for malaria.
Sure.
In case I don't write that test and you are still suffering from fever, you go to the second doctor writes tests for malaria, and then that comes out to be positive. Then in that case, the first doctor can be held negligent.
Okay. And there is protection under the law for this? I mean, so what does a patient do? He can just file with the medical council or what? Or with the court?
What will you do if you are assaulted? You will go to the police.
Yes. So you're saying so there is protection under the law. That there is a protection under the law. So
in case you feel that the doctor has been negligent, then the onus of proving negligence is on you.
Okay.
You will have to file a case in station, and in the court you will have to prove that for that you will have to take opinion from some other doctor.
Sure.
And then you can ask for the report, because I'm supposed to keep records. If you have come to my hospital, you are admitted in my hospital and you got discharged from my hospital, so the hospital maintains a file. You can request, you can give an application to the hospital that I want that file. You will show that case file to any other doctor and you have to document the opinion of that doctor. And in the court you have to say that this thing was not done, or this I developed this problem. So there was harm because of something not being done or something being done by the doctor.
Okay. And typically what is the problem? Go ahead. Sorry to interrupt.
Now, why you were saying that doctors start saving the management as well? That is what you people don't like. The doctor will start saving the management, hospital management. But the problem
you don't have an option. Yeah, you don't have an option.
Any problem, even with the billing, even if the sweeper did not clean the toilet properly, there will be an inquiry and the case will be of negligence.
Sure.
Because people do not understand what negligence actually is. If a government doctor is taking money for seeing a patient, that is not negligence, that is a malpractice. That is corruption. That is not negligence.
There's a need to differentiate clearly. Yeah, of course.
Hospital is overbilling. If you feel that the hospital has charged too much, there is too much profit getting from the hospital side, that is not a negligence of the doctors. But how will people file a case in the court? They will say that there is negligence.
So
just I'll give you an example. If you have a problem with an airline, the flight is delayed, you will fight at the reception.
Sure.
Similarly, if you have a problem with the sweeper or with the sicknesses or with anybody in the hospital, you will fight with the doctor.
You're right.
Against the
That's a fair point.
can file a case of negligence very easily. People in this group are thinking that it's difficult to file a case against doctor, but I face that on a regular basis.
I'm sure.
Each and every doctor in my hospital has a case of negligence against him or her.
Okay.
Each and every person has got a case of negligence.
Sure. I lost you again. Sorry. Lost you again. You there? No. The entire screen is frozen. I think the
Interruption was because of
interruption was because of?
a phone call.
Okay. You're audible, but I can't see you. I mean, the video isn't there. I think video's screen is frozen, but you're audible. You were audible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's okay.
So I think, look, so you're saying there is enough protection under the law that people can go ahead, file case against negligence, and what is the typical, punishment that's there for negligence?
Punishment depends on whether the negligence is a criminal negligence or a civil negligence.
Sure.
If it gets proved that the doctor's intent was to harm the patient,
Yeah.
if the doctor's action or inaction was deliberate,
Yeah.
then that becomes a case of criminal negligence.
Okay.
Then that becomes a rash act leading to death of a person.
Yes.
So that will be charged under the IPC, and the doctor will have to go to a jail.
Okay. Okay. So that goes under.
So
that.
that's criminal negligence.
Okay.
The common form of negligence against which all debate is going on and all the complaints are for carelessness. That there was no intent to harm the patient, but the doctor did not see the patient properly or did not treat the patient properly. So in that case, we have to see whether the usual protocols were followed or not. If the protocols were followed, then even if the patient dies, that is not negligence.
Okay. Okay. There is a request to add you back. Let me add you back. Sorry. Let me add you back. I think people want to see you talk. 1 second, please. I'll add you back. Yeah. He's live now. Kundan, I'm adding you. Yeah. Okay. So I think we are reaching. Sorry, I think 1 hour का इसमें शायद time limit रहता है. So I understand.
Not making the correct diagnosis is not negligence if all protocols were followed, all procedures were followed. It's impossible for a doctor to have a strike rate of 100%.
There was a time limit of 1 hour. The session just ended abruptly, and we'll restart it, resume it from that point on. So Kundan has joined. Let me just add him. Kundan, I'm adding you. Hi, sorry. Yeah.
So what are we talking about?
So we were talking about the carelessness, negligence. Whether what is careless and what is not negligent. I mean, I think that's what you were talking about.
So if I take the history properly, if I examine the patient properly, and I write the relevant tests, then there is no negligence even if I cannot pick up the diagnosis. Now, in case I make the diagnosis of tuberculosis and I start treatment, but the patient doesn't respond to the treatment and expires, again that is not negligence.
Understood. But what you're also saying, what I understand, I think, is there's enough protection under the law. First of all,
Yes.
So
just feel the balance of the laws is skewed in favor of the patient.
And what about civil negligence? I think Anuradha wants to understand a little more about civil negligence. We understand the criminal negligence that you explained.
Civil negligence means that the doctor did not do the correct words will be that the doctor did not intend to harm the patient. There was no intent to harm the patient.
Okay.
It was not a deliberate act on the part of the doctor to make the patient worse.
So criminal negligence is where there is an intent as well. So there's a criminal intent.
Yes.
Okay. And in civil negligence,
Yes.
it was more out of carelessness. There's no intent to harm. But he did not follow the procedures. So the procedures that you listed out at the start of the call.
Is in not following the standard protocol.
Okay. And under civil negligence also there is a penalty. I mean there is some punishment, right? I mean there is.
The punishment is you have to pay damages to the patient.
Okay.
And sometimes the medical council erases your name from the register for 6 months or 1 year, for the rest of your life, whatever they feel like. There are no straightforward guidelines that this crime, so eraser from the register, these many things.
Okay. And you really I think some people in this call also mentioned that the rising healthcare costs. I mean all of us very clearly agree. And I also believe it's also because we see medical insurance that is getting adopted more and more over the last 10-12 years. Has that led to rising healthcare costs? And because of that, because people think that doctors are out there to make money, is that making people distrust doctors? What's your take on that?
Rising costs, that thing is there for each and every walk of life. Everywhere people are unhappy.
Sure.
You go to buy vegetable and you are unhappy that the price is high.
Yeah. That's right.
The healthcare cost is increasing by day because the level of sophistication has increased.
Yeah.
We have better investigations, better techniques to perform the diagnosis. We do not have to depend on the provisional diagnosis to do the complete treatment of the patient. So we will definitely like to have a better look into the patient's condition by ordering more tests. So that way we'll be able to confirm. Then there is one more point. I make a diagnosis purely on a clinical basis. The insurance company most of the time rejects to pay for the treatment.
Right, that is also a problem. That's right.
On documented evidence that this thing is there with the patient. This disease is there. We have to prove that the disease is there.
Yeah.
And rising health costs are just like that. Costs are rising everywhere. It's not only in the hospital costs. Everywhere you will see. I bought a flat for 90 lakhs. The person from whom I had bought the flat had got that flat at 50 lakhs some 5 to 6 years ago.
Sure.
So everywhere the cost is skyrocketing. So the same thing is happening in the hospitals as well.
Okay. That's also a fair point.
If you can prove that there is a false billing, corporate hospitals are selling things at MRP. If you feel that some things were not given to the patients, services were not provided to the patient, but it was charged, then only you can say there is a problem.
Okay.
Anyway, that doesn't become medical negligence.
So I think there was some issue with the network, so the call ended abruptly. But so I think I don't know if Kundan is going to join. But is there anything else that you guys would like to add? Yes. So I think so somebody is asking. So we have these discussions, twice a month. That's what the idea is. And the idea is for all of us to speak on issues that clearly impact us, and Loudest provides that platform where we can talk on issues that we've never been able to speak on, simply because we never had a platform to do so. So we will come up with interesting topics. We'll try and come up with topics which are relevant to us and which are not just frivolous. So this was our second debate. The first debate was on the adultery law, whether it should be decriminalized. We had some strong opinions in the last, in the last debate, and we've had some very interesting ones in this one as well. I think medical negligence and mob violence are things that, So how can Loudest help the cause? That's another comment. So what we do is, as a platform, it gives you and I to voice our concerns, voice our arguments, and we believe in the power of collective voice. So if hundreds of us are raising the same voice, and there is clearly a way where, loudest can enable that to reach to the relevant authorities, whether it could be via an NGO. That's part of a plan going forward. So one of the plans is, if there are things that, a lot of us are concerned about, and a lot of us are, they want that thing to change, and a lot of us are, we have strong opinions on it. Then those opinions, through these debates, those opinions are collected, and then we'll connect either via the authorities directly or via an NGO and take it up. So that's clearly part of the plan for loudest. But today the idea is, before loudest, when did you have a platform where you could voice your opinions? So I think that is so. This is the idea where this is a platform where you can voice your opinions. So I think you can debate like a celebrity if you want. Let me see if no. So I think I'll now end this call. So thank you very much, everybody who's joined this call, and you've been patient for this hour-long call. Last time we did a 35-40-minute call, but this has clearly taken an hour, which means people are they want to debate more, they want to talk more, and that can only be very encouraging for us as we go forward. So thank you everybody for joining, and we'll possibly you can follow this video and the previous ones on our timeline. And so thank you very much, and bye bye.